Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with my Georgia football predictions for the 2018 college football season. Georgia was the team, the runner-up, as they lost to Alabama in the championship last year. They kind of surprised a lot of people last year with their defense. Also, another thing to note, Oklahoma's head coach, I forget his name, but he took a shot at Georgia, saying if Georgia's defense was playing in the Big 12, they wouldn't be top five. So a lot of these people think that Georgia, a lot of people think that Georgia is kind of a little bit of a fluke, and I've seen predictions as low as 8-4 for this team. Do I think that? We will see. But I will tell you the best case and worst case for Georgia right now. Best case is that they go undefeated and win the whole damn thing. Worst case scenario is they go 9-3 in my opinion. I've seen 8-4, but I don't think they're going 8-4. I think the schedule is a little bit too easy for them to go 8-4. Georgia's a very young team also, so there could be some inexperience. As last year there was a lot of experience because that was a more veteran team in college football. But anyways, let me go through these numbers right here. As you see my cursor going over them, FPI projects them go 11-1, 10% chance of going undefeated and winning out, 43% chance of winning the SEC, and they have them having the 43rd toughest schedule in college football. So I look at this schedule right here. Georgia has a lot of easy wins. They have an easy win against Austin Peay, an easy win against Middle Tennessee, an easy win against Vanderbilt. They also have another easy win against UMass. So that is 4 easy wins for Georgia. So the FBI, if there were no upsets, Georgia will go 12-0. And now I'm going to get into my predictions game by game. With the first game right here at Austin Peay, I think there's no way in hell Georgia loses this game. I'm going to say Georgia wins big, 49-0. Next game is at South Carolina. So some people have been picking this game as an upset. I've went back and forth with this game. South Carolina to me is going to be ranked about 22nd in the country, and Georgia's probably going to be ranked like number 3 or number 2. And usually with games like that, if the lower seed is at home, I usually roll with the lower seed, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm picking South Carolina to win this game, and I'm picking Georgia to lose 31-24. So that is my first loss for Georgia. Would that be my only loss for Georgia? Wait and see. Next game is against Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee is a decent group of 5 team in the American Conference, but I have to pick Georgia here. So I'm picking Georgia to win this game 45-7. Next game is at Missouri. This is another game that I think is going to be a shootout. I've also seen some people pick Georgia to lose this one as well. I think Missouri's offense is going to be really well, but I think Georgia's defense is going to be really well too. Missouri could be ranked possibly in this one, like 24-25, but even if they are ranked, I am going to still pick the Georgia Bulldogs to win a shootout here, 45-42. I think a late field goal by Georgia will they'll walk off with a field goal, or they'll win with a late field goal. Next game is against Tennessee, rivalry game. It's at home. Tennessee's defense looked bad. The offense looked good though during their spring game. And Tennessee's really not going to be that good, so I am picking Georgia to win this game, 42-17. I don't think it will be close. Next game is against Vanderbilt at home. I'm picking Georgia to win this one. No explanation needed. Vanderbilt to me is the worst team in the SEC. I'm picking Georgia to win big, 52-10. Next game is at LSU. Once again, I have seen people pick LSU to win this. LSU to me is not going to be that good, but they at home in Death Valley, I mean, they're always a tough opponent at home. So even though LSU is a tough opponent, yes, I am going with the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm going with them in a low-scoring game, 24-14. Then they have the bye. Georgia comes at a perfect time, and then they face Florida. Florida is one of the biggest rivalry games. Georgia versus Florida. It's at a neutral site every year at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. I do think Florida is going to be decent this year, but I think at the end of the day, Georgia coming off the bye is going to win this game. I have them winning 34-24. I think it will be close and Georgia pulls away late. Next game is at Kentucky for Georgia. I don't give Kentucky much of a shot. FPI only gives them a 10% shot. I'm going to say Georgia does go into Lexington, Kentucky, and beats them 38-17. Next game is Auburn. Probably Georgia's toughest game of the year. It is at home. Auburn's probably going to be a top 15 team in the country. At this point, Georgia's probably going to be right around 4 or 5, something like that. So this could go either way, but at the end of the day, I just have to go with Georgia in this one because I think Georgia can very well beat Auburn at home. If this was in Auburn though, and I will have to pick Auburn, but I'm going Georgia at home in a very close game. 27-24 Georgia. Next game is against UMass at FBS Independent. I give UMass literally no shot in this game. I'm going to say Georgia actually blows them out 48-6. I think Georgia tries to make a statement here. And then the last game, in-state rivalry game, Georgia Tech. FBI is high on Georgia Tech. They give them a 14% chance of pulling off the upset. I do think, since it's at home, Georgia is going to win, but it's going to be closer than what people think. And I actually have Georgia winning this one, 28-20. So after all of my predictions through the 12-game schedule, I have Georgia going 11-1 and 7-1 in the conference. So I do have them losing a game in the SEC. So those are my final predictions. Once again, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe and like the video. That would be greatly appreciated. Also check out my other college football prediction videos, as I have done Clemson and Alabama. Just go on my YouTube channel. I'm actually going to have a link up in the right hand corner for Alabama if you see it. And thanks for watching, and this is McD the Beast signing off.